I think we're live. Hey everybody. Hey. Let me know if y'all can hear me before I get to running my mouth. Y'all know I talk fast. I say a whole lot and then y'all can't hear me and I'm gonna be upset. Did all that damn talking for nothing. Okay, I see myself, so I see I'm live. Y'all can hear me okay? Y'all know what time it is. Do me a favor, like this video, share this video, go tell your mom and your dad and your auntie and all of them, okay? Tell them to come over here and watch this shit. We're gonna have a conversation about a lot of things tonight. I have some videos I will show. Maybe we'll see what y'all want to do with everything, but we definitely have a lot to discuss. Now, somebody said already it's a commercial. So let me say this to everybody. So I put it on the lowest setting that YouTube have when it comes to your page and your videos being monetized. So let me say this, right? I am going to not cut off the commercials, okay? Because if they're gonna pay me, then I'm gonna take my pay. You know how long I've been unmonetized over here. But I will say this, I did put on the lowest setting. So hopefully it's not as many commercials or whatever. But if you would like to watch this show without any commercials at all, then you could come over to MX Network. Okay, you guys, it don't cost you nothing to subscribe. We have a free subscription, although you could get you a paid subscription. You know what I'm saying? I would really appreciate it. It's a lot of stuff when you get your paid subscription, you guys, that you will get to watch that you do not get to watch with the free one. It's plenty of stuff for the free subscription though. So it's stuff in every section. And there's a lot of sections. If you ain't been over to MX Network, you should go check it out, you guys, because it's not just me, right? So there's all kind of stuff over there that we have. So go and check it out. In every section, there is free stuff that you can watch. And then there's a whole lot of stuff that if you have a paid subscription, you can watch. Now, when it comes to these lives, you can watch the live while I'm live with your free subscription. You can come back and watch this thing for 24 hours. After that, the lives go into the paid subscription, but you can still watch them live, just like you're doing right here on YouTube, right? And so if you don't want any commercials, you can come over to MX Network and take the same thing it took you to get on this platform, your email and a password, and that's it, right? And you do get email notifications whenever I am going live, unlike how YouTube don't always send out notifications. Okay, so that's what I can do about it. I'm not gonna cut the commercials off for y'all. So if you don't want to watch commercials or you don't got YouTube Premium, I got YouTube Premium. I don't watch commercials in forever. I be forgetting that YouTube even have commercials. So get YouTube Premium or just for free. Bring your ass over here on MX Network. Okay, that's what you need to do. Y'all hit the like button though and the share button. I want to say shout out to all the new subscribers, y'all. Like 600-700 people to subscribe. We almost at that 100,000. So if you ain't subscribed, go ahead and hit that button. Help your girl get to that 100,000. You know, it's not the plaque that make me feel real good. You know, they send you like out a silver one. You know what happens when you get to 100,000? You get a phone number that I value. So if they play with my page like they do me all the time, I'm surprised they even allowed me to get monetized again after all this time, after they was telling me no for years and years. And so when you get to 100,000 subscribers, y'all, you get a special customer service person that works with you. You don't get different people all the time. It's the same person. So I need that in my life. So that's why I don't care about the plaque. If they send it to me, I'll put it somewhere. Y'all want to put it on the wall so y'all can see that shit? I'll put it behind me if y'all want to see it. So y'all do me a favor and like this video, but subscribe, y'all. And shout out to all of the new subscribers. I put up a video yesterday about the drone spraying on us, and it's like 70,000 of y'all watched that thing. It was moving fast. So it's not a lot of videos about it. So I haven't seen a lot of people talking about it, but we are definitely gonna talk about it. Shout out to you. Thank you, Prince of Paraphernalia. Can I shout out your eBay store? Well, I don't know the eBay store, but you are a moderator, right? So go ahead and put the link in there. Shout out to this brother. He has supported me for a long time, you know, and if you smoke that green, that sticky, yicky. He got all kind of stuff on his store. He got all kind of stuff. He used to send me stuff back in the day. I still got that stuff. Michi don't partake in the green anymore. I've given that up in my life. Okay. So I don't smoke weed no more. But you could go over to his store if that is you. He have lots of stuff in there. So shout out to him. You're a moderator. Put the link in there. Go ahead and y'all show the brother some love, okay? So anyway, again, you guys can come over to MX Network. Shout out to MX Network. Everybody over there in the chat already. They're like, we not watching no commercials. Now at MX Network, you guys, guess what? You can leave comments, you could get donations, you could do all that stuff. You could come over there and troll too. You know what I'm saying? But you some kind of not a hater. You really love me. If you subscribe to my platform, mine. Like I pay for to have every month. It's mine. If you subscribe to my shit to troll me, like you really love me. I just want you to keep that in mind. But you come over here and troll if you want. I don't know how long you gonna troll for somebody block your ass. So, but y'all can definitely do that, right? So, but shout out to everybody over here at MX Network. They said these commercials, they not finna be watching these commercials with y'all. They don't want these interruptions. So, you know, y'all should head on over there too. We will have this conversation here. I won't be cutting it off. I'm not showing nothing tonight because sometimes I cut y'all off and we finish the conversations over on MX Network. Sometimes all together the lives just be over there. Y'all don't get nothing over here. So you probably should go over there. But tonight we're gonna have this conversation here. But again, if you're on MX Network, you don't have to watch any commercials, okay? I do want to say to everybody, if you're watching and you want to say something in the chat, you have to subscribe. You see subscriber mode and you like, what is that? You actually have to subscribe, but you don't have to wait like some channels, right? Like 5-10 minutes. As soon as you subscribe, you can talk your shit, okay? But you can't say nothing if you ain't subscribed. If you're not gonna at least commit to that, you can't say nothing in my chat, okay? So that's why you can't say nothing. If you want to say something, subscribe, okay? Other than that, you guys, there's lots of links in the description of this video. If you guys are looking for survival supplies, and you should be, right? You can go to MX Survival. That is in there. And don't forget, you guys, we got the 6-week boot camp coming up. Shout out to my boot camp students. We have had a really good boot camp. We have another class left, and we have an extra class that we are going to do. I always do more classes than I'm supposed to. But shout out to them. We had a good time last night. We was in class a little longer, but but we had a good time. We was talking about some stuff and some information. So shout out to my boot camp class. If y'all in here, my current one. And the next one starts January the 5th. I believe it's a Sunday. So if that's the 5th, yes, it's the 5th. But you can go to the site and check it out, right? So go ahead and get your seat. So you can come here and learn 10 plus ways how to make some money. Learn how to build your website. Learn how to market, right? Whether you got $0 or whether you got, $4,500 and everything in between, okay? So all of that is in the description of this video. Now, we're going to start this show off with something called You Not Smart, You Motherfucking Dumb, okay? I have to say this because when I put videos out here and I get a whole lot more views, the dumbness comes in a lot more than, it normally does. And so I would like to address some people who want to leave paragraphs. And it's important because we have to have this conversation now because it's a lot of y'all out here that think like this. So I'm going to address it because y'all not, they're not the only ones. So we're going to have this conversation first. Now, I put up a video, you guys. If you have not seen it, you can go watch it. About the drones, okay, that are spraying things, okay? This is what we're going to get into first tonight. They're spraying things in these places. If you go to TikTok, you're going to find that there are tons of videos, right? And in those videos, you're going to find people talking about the drones and taking, video footage of the drones that are above them, and they are now spraying things from the drones, okay? So I made a video about it. I showed you guys a bunch of, clips or whatever to it in that video. And there were quite a few people who came in, and these are some of the things y'all had to say. So I want to address these things for stupid people, okay? One of the things that somebody said was, I heard this a lot. Oh, now you want to fuck with me? No, they was like, oh, now. Y'all want to say something. One brother, he was mad as hell. Like, I've been telling y'all this for years. It's chemtrails and this planes was spraying, and now y'all want to pay attention because it's the drones. That's some bullshit. Now y'all want to pay attention. But when I was saying it, nobody did. There's a bunch of people saying these are chemtrails, and when the planes do it, y'all don't pay it no attention. But now because it's drones, I would like to tell you, you're so smart. You're stupid people who left them long ass paragraphs. The whole point of the video went the fuck over your head. And let me tell you why. We know that they've been spraying chemtrails. How many of us don't know that? How many of us don't know that? The whole point is follow me, stupid people. Now, for those of you that's not dumb, you got the point, okay? If there are drones flying over us and the government says we don't know whose drones these are, they do not belong to us, then those drones start spraying stuff on the communities they're over. Why the fuck are you talking to me about chemtrails that the government has been spraying out of planes for decades? Is there anybody that I need to let that sink in for a moment? It's different because the question is, why are these so-called unknown drones, which we know belong to the government, right? Why are now they spraying something on us? Remember, they're not claiming these drones. So if the government claimed them, not that we shouldn't be worried because we know they spray stuff on us all the time. But if they claim them, then we could easily be like, oh yeah, you know, the government doing what they always do. The whole point of it is that these same drones that have been taking over people's skies and all their communities, they are now spraying something. Now, your government told you that those don't belong to them. So this is a whole nother scenario. If they was going to send up drones just to spray chemtrails because that's the new way to do it, like, why you ain't just introduce drones and say, now we're replacing these planes with drones? People like, oh, it's geoengineering, is seeding of the clouds. Okay, y'all keep naming all of this stuff that we know the government does. We know we're not stupid. But for some reason, y'all feel the need to like write these long paragraphs. I think psychologically what it is that you be wanting to get shit off your chest and you don't have a platform to people to listen to you. So when you find a video that got a lot of views, you decide to give a dissertation in people's chat section, okay? Stop doing that dumb shit on my page. Go do that shit on somebody else's page, okay? Y'all kill me with those conversations. Oh, this ain't that. Then we had some people saying, those are planes. Those are jets. You can hear them. Okay. First of all, some of these videos, people are right next to the freeway. I cut that part out because they're showing you don't need to see the goddamn freeway. So the noise you hear is actually traffic. And at the end of the day, if somebody did show a video and it was a plane, they're not all planes. I just put some videos up for y'all to look at it and think about it for yourself. There's clearly people on those videos saying that's square, that's a drone. And everybody keeps saying, oh, it's the government. Well, the government has not claimed them yet. So that's the problem here. They have not claimed them. And you notice the news not talk about them no more. So these drones gonna mysteriously just disappear. They was here. We didn't know who they was. And now all of a sudden we ain't talking about them no more. That's what we gonna do. Shout out to Jersey City in the house. So I don't understand your stupidity. That's what I call people. You so smart, you dumb. Y'all all came in here. Well, we I know what it is. Good, bitch. If you know what it is, go make a video. Tell everybody since you know, okay? I'm glad you know because nobody else knows. Apparently the government doesn't even know. Shout out to you, Michael. Late to the program, but did you know I mentioned Biden's pardon Dylan Roof for the niggas? No, we didn't even talk about it. I'm not surprised, you know, he did that for his son. The part that really catch me is that he spent so much time and he sent that black lady out that be lying to everybody, you know, she avoid every question. That bitch is a professional dodge a motherfucking questioner. That woman, boys, her resume, she's a dodger. That's her. That's what her name should be on her resume. They came out telling everybody he's not going to, you know, pardon his son. Absolutely not. Nobody is above the law. They made such a big deal about not doing it. That's why they look stupid now. Like at the end of the day, that's your son. We expected you to do that with your old ass. You probably didn't remember he was your son because the nigga so old, he's senile. The family had to remind him. They gave him the paper like, just sign this, Joe. It's your son. Somebody said, shout out to Ebony Eyes. So I want to say that too, okay? So as we talk about these drones, again, that was the so smart, you dumb. We have another segment when we talk about the immigrants for the so smart, you stupid people. You know, y'all just, Y'all talk real educated. You know so much. You can write good term papers and shit. You can research real good, but you believe everything the news and shit tell you. So miss me with all of that, okay? You guys, stop coming in here saying stupid stuff to me. Stupidity is my pet peeve. I don't like people who don't think before they open their mouths. That bothers me. It really does. Shout out to you, C-Stan. Thank you for that donation. I appreciate that for the super chat. So again, y'all, if you don't know, and shout out to Walter over here on MX Network, always showing love. Thank you for the donation, Walter. I appreciate it. So if you guys don't know, let me just catch you up, right? So these drones are spraying things. There are videos of it. Now, Ebony said something that I will in the chat that I would like to also talk about. There were tons of people that were in my comment section, aside from the stupid people, okay? And what they were saying is that in their spaces, a lot of people were saying that the places where the drones are flying, people that are in New Jersey, people that are in all of these spaces where you see them, that there are people getting sick. And they feel that it's more sick than normal, not just because it's wintertime, right? That they know a lot of people get sick. Some people have said that there is like a fog or a mist in the air that they have not really seen before. Some people have said that the water tastes funny. I don't know. I'm just telling you, this is what I've seen, and I'm not seeing one person say this. I have heard lots of people say this, okay? Now, when we talk about TikTok, and TikTok is going away, I know that, the government told you, well, TikTok is taking all of our information and they are, going to use it as a threat. And so that's what they're telling you, okay? But I think a big part of why they want to remove TikTok is because TikTok be over there telling you the truth. And this is why you should believe. I know a lot of people, let me talk to the people who get caught up in the, misinformation. That is a word that your government came up with and your news people did so that they could tell you not to believe anybody but them. But the news gives misinformation all of the time. Those are the real misinformationers, okay, is the news. You somehow have been conditioned to believe because Fox News, CBN, 10 told it to you, so it must be true. They lie all the time. You don't know that? So see, Trump came up with fake news, and now they, in response to that, want to say that everybody is giving misinformation. Let me tell you something. I will listen, Black people. When something go down in the hood and the police don't know what happened, don't the streets know what be going on? When something happened in the hood, who you believe who talking? The people on the news who got their information from the police when don't nobody even talk to the police? Or you believe Ray Ray and them and everybody in the hood who keep telling you what went down? See, we know better than that. So don't take lightly for the people who are over there putting up videos. If there are a bunch of people saying the same thing, how are they all lying? What would be their reason for lying? This video of a woman saying it's fog everywhere and don't know, and it got nothing to do with the 15 people in my comment section who said it. So again, why wouldn't you believe these people? I don't believe the streets before I ever believe what I hear the news say to anybody. The news is owned by the government. See, I be trying to connect these rabbit holes and say this stuff all the time. The news is owned by the government. Well, how is it owned by the government? Means 90-something%, maybe 98% of all media, including this media on YouTube that you guys are on, is owned by Jewish people. Now, if you ever care to take the time, I want you to go look and poll how many of those people are part of your government. Hey, Q, shout out to my brother Q in the house. Y'all show Zach some love and some support. Q, put the link to the school in there, or the go look at the page, or the donation button or something. Put something in there, brother. For Zach. Shout out to Zach, y'all. Yeah, we in an era, y'all, where social media is exposing too much truth, because a person can pull out their camera and show you something. Now, do not allow yourself to be so conditioned in your mind that you believe somehow your eyes is lying to you and that what you see is not what you see. Believe what you see. Now, all of these people that are showing their drones at nighttime, and it's 4-5. Let's talk about that too. I've seen these planes go past and be leaving this smog in the sky. They claim it's vapors or whatever it is. All right, okay, if that's what you want to say, whatever. Okay, yeah, right, nigga. You got to look at them like that. Okay, but there are 4-5 drones over people at one time, and more than one is spraying. So this is not even the typical thing that we're seeing. So my question would be, which I post to everybody on the video. If you didn't see the video, you can go watch this on my page. They about 9 minutes for people with short attention spans. But it is a video of a bunch of videos. But go over to TikTok. You can put in, before they take it away, put in drone spraying and watch all of the stuff that comes up. So again, I say to y'all all of the time, when something happens in this country and the government has something to do with it, right? You're supposed to ask questions, and you're supposed to ask what and why. What is they doing and why are they doing this? There is a reason that they are doing this. Now check this out here, right? Do you really believe that the American government is going to tell you these aren't our drones, and they just letting all kind of unknown drones fly around the, in the skies so much that they are shutting down airports, stopping flights, and all of that good stuff? When they control the air, You ain't supposed to be in the air. Go and get you a plane. Go ahead. One of you brothers out here, sisters, you fly planes. Go and get you a little personal plane and go and take it up in the sky and see if your ass get to fly in the sky without a problem. They know where you at. They know who in the sky. They know what's moving. You don't do that in this country. So you really believe, and I think it's amazing how they don't even care no more. They like just play in everybody's face. Just talk to them like they dumb. Because how is it that all these drones are here, but you have no idea what they are? Then you say they're not yours. But now you're not concerned that they're spraying shit on people? Like, I want you to think about that. If our government really had some unknown things flying in the sky, that's not going to go for too long before they shut shit down. Now, if you have unknown drones in the sky, they don't belong to the government, and now they're spraying stuff on people, you don't think our government would take that serious too? Come on now, we're talking about our country that goes into other people's country and commit war and all kind of devastation all the time. They send over all technology, they help destroy people, and they tear stuff up, and they put their nose in businesses when it comes to war all of the time. There's a word called chemical warfare. In other countries, when they go to war, they drop stuff on people all the time. Somebody said in my comment section, well, if that's what this was, well, people would be dying left and right away. They'd be dead. That's not true. See, America does things a little different, y'all. You go to other countries, they'll tell you straight to your face, you ain't gonna do this shit because we locked down over here. Yes, we oppress you over here. You're not free over here. We don't give a damn over here. America wants to give you the illusion of freedom. It's an illusion. They want you to think that you're free. They want you to think that every moment they lock down on you is your decision and that you came up with it and that they didn't force anything on you. That's how they play this game. It is an illusion of freedom. Okay? So no, they would not just let them. If they drop something out of the sky that would start causing people to just fall out and pass away right away, then how would they cover that up? How would that become a part of the matrix and the illusion? Because then they can't deny it's not theirs. And if they deny, then that means you have enemies. And then what you're going to do, admit that there is enemies in our territory that are actually dropping chemicals on your citizens and you're not doing nothing about it? No, they're not going to do that. See, they don't drop stuff on us like they have in other countries, chemicals that are burned straight through your building, straight through your body, straight through your bones. So whatever it fall on, it just disintegrates them. Y'all don't know that? I can't think of the name of the chemical right now. It slips my mind, but you could go look it up. This is actually something that they use. They drop it all over the sky and it burns through everything, okay? They would not do that here. This is America. What are y'all talking about? They need you to slowly feel the effects of what's going on. Shout out to you, self-helper. Happy holidays back to you. I don't celebrate the holidays, but if y'all celebrate, enjoy your time with your family and stuff. Keep your money in your pocket as much as you can, though, okay? But thank you very much for the super chat and wishing me the holidays. So again, this is America. Now let's go down this rabbit hole a little bit more. This is what America does. Go look it up if you think that I'm lying. America has done things to its people many times, and after they do it, they admit it. How many of you know? Let's go back to experimenting on people. That has been something that has happened in this country since the beginning of this country. How many of you know? I believe it was in the 1950s. The government admitted that they actually no. It was after that. They did some stuff in the 1950s, but then they did it after the fact of that. Do you know that there were foster care children that were they were in foster care? Of course, they foster care children, but do you know that they were because they don't have any parents, right? So nobody is fighting for them. That's what parents do. And so these children are in foster homes, they're giving money to the people who take care of them, but they were giving medication to these children, and they were testing like AIDS medication and things on them to see how they would work without the children knowing what it was. So they feel like, oh, these are just the lost children. Nobody cares about these kids. They're in foster care. And so they were giving these children medication for no reason at all, and they were using that to see how it would affect these kids. Your country did that. It's not hidden. You can look it up. You can go Google government using medication on foster kids without their knowledge. Google it. They're not even hiding it. They have admitted to all kinds of experiments. Let's just talk about the fact that America don't just drop some shit and everybody fall out. No, because it's all about the economy. That's not going to get nobody nowhere if you do that. They need your money, but they need you dead. So they're going to get every ounce out of you through work labor, through your body, through your organs, through you aborting babies and getting them organs. They're going to use every bit of you up before they let you go. You are the biggest commodity in this country. You don't know that? Especially if you're poor, because people don't care about poor folks. I promise you the drones that's dropping shit is not over the most wealthiest communities. I promise you they're not. Do you want to just talk about the food in our country? Because that's how they do us. See, that's how they feed us our poison, little at a time. How many of you know that there's many things on the shelf in our grocery store that has the same thing that has paint thinner inside of it, the same exact chemical as paint thinner? If you know that if you eat margarine, stop eating margarine. I don't give a damn if you call yourself trying to lose weight or cut back on butter. Eat butter. Eat real butter. Do not eat margarine. Margarine is one ingredient away from being plastic. Margarine was created to fatten up pigs, and pigs eat everything. You can feed a body to a pig. You got enough pigs, throw them in the body in the pig pen. Now, I'm not giving y'all no ideas, but you could throw the body in the pig pen. A pig will eat everything, even the bones. There will be nothing left of that body, okay? The pigs would not even eat the margarine that they created. It was a way to fatten them up quick. The pigs would not eat it, and pigs eat everything. This is true. You go look this up too. I learned this when I took a class to be Serve Safe certified, which has to do with dealing with food. I've cooked food for people many years, daycares. I was the head cook running all of that stuff. And so this is really true. They taught this to us in our face. Do you know that the same food that you eat over here, that America creates it and they send it to other countries, but the chemicals that are in our food is outlawed in those countries? So they make a whole nother type of product for them. Flaming hot Cheetos are sold in other countries. Do you know in those other countries that those Cheetos are not colored with red dye 40, which causes cancer? The food over there is colored with natural colors from other fruits and vegetables. Fruit Loops are colored with blueberry, watermelon juice, and oranges or some shit. Over here, all of that is food coloring and dye. Now follow me, because see, sometimes when you go down a rabbit hole, you'll get lost and forget what was at the top of this rabbit hole. And you'll be like, what this got to do with what he's talking about? Follow me, because as we go down the rabbit hole, I'm going to pull you right back out of it real quick. So hold on to your hat, okay? So again, for the people who were telling me, well, if that's what they were doing, people will be falling out. No, baby. That's not what America does. America drops shit on you, and the next thing you know, it's time for disease X. You know, that disease that the World Health Organization sat on video and told you. I should have looked up the video and played it tonight. I've shown it before, but I should show it again. But I'm not going to look it up because I usually have my videos ready to go. Maybe another day. You can look it up, though. Maybe I'll look it up and make a quick video about it and let y'all see it. But the World Health Organization said that disease X, now X is a placeholder for a disease because they don't know what it's going to be called. They'll give it a name when it shows up. But in the meantime, they just give it an X, okay? So they say that disease X is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when, which means it's going to come regardless. That's what that means. So don't ask if it'll happen. Oh, it's going to happen, baby. It's a matter of when. The government told you this. So you should believe them. The World Health Organization also stated that disease X would be worse than the last pandemic. I told y'all the other pandemic was a test run. It was a test run. And AI is being prepared, and we have advanced. How do you see how much AI has come in the time of when we first started seeing AI develop during the pandemic? Have y'all noticed that? Like, we so advanced. It's drones everywhere now. I told you that's priming too. You see them drones everywhere. It's a way of getting your mind used to it. So whether they say they don't know who they are or they don't know what they spraying, or the news gonna act like they're not spraying at all. Now the news reported the drones, but I bet you they'll never report the spray. They're not gonna report that. Only the people gonna tell you that part. Okay, you're gonna get that from the people. The news gonna stay quiet about that part. But they're getting you used to seeing drones. I have a video, and I'm going to put it up in another video. I'll make it and show you guys, and so it'll be some stuff uploaded tomorrow because I might not be live tomorrow, but you will have some content tomorrow. But there are police drones already that fly around with the red and the blue on them, and they go over people's houses. They are getting you used to seeing drones in the sky because that's going to be the norm. And they're causing all of these problems because since they're going to use the skies for their drones for medical use, police, everything else, delivering packages, all of that kind of stuff, they don't want your drones in the sky. So you notice they put up this regulation that right now it's restricted and certain people can't fly drones in certain places. Here they go restricting us. And you can restrict the American people, but you can't do nothing about the drones in the sky you supposedly don't know about. Man, kiss my ass. That don't even make sense. So they're getting you ready and they're priming your mind for that, okay? So keep that in mind. So that's what America does. So no, you're not going to fall out of whatever is being put down there. See, you as the American people, especially poor people, but America's getting to the point where they do not care whether you're rich, whether you're poor. They are devouring everybody. Okay. Now, if you got some money, you could get you like an underground bunker, you know, and maybe be a little safer, get you a whole system that just breathe fresh air into your house because the outside is polluted. Like that might save you if you have some money. But I want you to know, being poor, do you know that poor people make this country wealthy? You don't believe me? I'm going to show you. Who do you think pays overdraft fees of $25 and $35 at the bank? When you get your paycheck, who paying them overdraft fees? Huh? You think it's people who got money? No, it's poor people whose accounts are negative. And so they do a charge for a couple dollars to need some gas or some groceries. And now you got to pay hefty for that when you finally do get some money in the bank. People with money don't pay overdraft fees. Poor people do. Who pays for tickets when they don't have money to park somewhere? Who gets their cars towed and need their car? Because in some states, just like in Massachusetts, I used to live there, if you don't have your car registered, but you don't have a driveway, you can't leave your car on the street, even if it's parked, until you get that done. They're going to come tow your car, and then how you get your transportation back? Poor people are kept sick by the food that they eat and the stuff that they spray. Whatever you want to call it, chemtrails or whatever. Because your sickness is a way for them to launder the money. The government are the biggest gangsters and criminals there ever are. You want to talk about drug dealers? Baby, talk about the pharmaceutical companies, okay? They're the biggest drug dealers alive, and they can kill you without any punity. They don't have to fucking pay the price for nothing. Every time you take a vaccination, you sign that paper, and what do it say to you? It say that if something happened to you, your eyeball fall out, your kid gets sick, your heart stop, you start bleeding out your nose, your toes turn black, and they gotta amputate them. Like, you can't hold us accountable. You sign that every time you take that stuff into your body. Do you not? If you don't know that that's what the paper says, say you can't sue us or none of that shit. The reason poor people are giving food deserts, they're giving the worst food. It costs much to eat healthy. You have to have money to eat healthy. When you're poor, you buy cheap food. All the cheap food is poison. And you know why it is? Because we need all the poor people to be sick, because when you are sick, and we don't want you to get rid of yourself right away. We want it to be long suffering. We want it to be cancerous. We want it to turn into diabetes. We want it to turn into all kinds of things that you're going to suffer for a while. So therefore, the tax dollars that are made by you and then given to the government, they take that shit. For you get your paycheck, is gone. So they take your money from you, and all those tax dollars, how do we shuffle it to the drug dealers? How do we launder all of the money to them? We do it through your post-sick ass. Because you can go and apply for Medicaid and you could get free health care. Absolutely you can. But somebody's paying for that deal. The taxpayers are. But that's how they fund all of the money to the pharmaceutical company. They need you to be sick. So then they can say, well, I'm going to take these tax dollars. We're going to pay for the treatment, never the cure. Do any of you have doctors who give you cures, or do they give you treatment? Cures or treatment? Treatment means medication over and over and over again. Treatment says you got to keep coming back to the doctor. Treatment says testing. Treatment says all kind of shit, right? Because if we cure you, you don't need to come back here, which means then you don't need to spend no money. So you didn't say, how they make money off me? I'm poor. I don't pay when I go to the doctor. No, that's the government's way of funding and shuffling all those tax dollars, because they'll pay for your poor ass to be sick. They help you be sick. So then they have a reason to give all of that money to the pharmaceutical companies, who then give hefty fees back to the donations, not fees, donations to politicians and other people who help them keep this matrix in play. Poor people have bad credit, right? Why is it that poor people and why do folks with bad credit pay more, and people who have money that's willing to pay don't pay more? If my credit is bad, and let's check this out. I know plenty of people who pay their bills and pay their roof over their head, but that credit card might not get paid, baby. That payday loan might not get paid, baby. Some things might slip to the side, because you got to take care of what matters first, right? Which is the roof over your head and the food that you eat and taking care of yourself and your household. So some of those things may slip. But have bad credit, you're going to pay more interest on your house. Why? It's already been proven that I have a hard time because I don't make that much money. People don't always have bad credit because they're just bad with money. They just don't have no damn money. And you got to prioritize. And I'm sorry, this bill going to have to just not get paid. And then I'm going to try and dispute it on my credit, and hopefully the shit will fall off. So I'm never got to pay it, right? Ain't that what we do? But the people who have money, they get smaller interest rates. Shit, with the next story we finna get into about these immigrants, the immigrants can come over here with no credit check, no social security number, and they can just get a damn house based on the fact that they was working for 2 years on a green card. But your American ass, oh no, baby, your American so free, such land of the free and home of the bullshit. You are an American and you don't get those privileges. It's how the poor stay poor. The poor stay poor while the rich get richer, and they get rich off you being poor. They need you to be poor. You didn't know your poor ass was worth so much, huh? They need your poor ass to have an abortion. Because you're going to pay $500 for this abortion because you can't afford to take care of your kid for the life of that child, and you struggling already and sleeping on somebody's couch, and you ain't got your car for Section 8 yet, and you're not doing too well. And so at the end of the day, you're going to go abort that baby, and they're going to make thousands and thousands of dollars off them body parts. They need you to be poor. Poor makes them rich. So again, remember we went down this rabbit hole? You like, Mechee, you still on topic? I am. Are you with me? Now we're way in this rabbit hole. Let's find our way to fuck back out. So if the government was to spray something on the American citizens, you would not fall out today, baby. You're going to fall out later. Okay? Don't happen today. It happened later. It's something that's going to affect you in the long run. Like all the fluoride in our water. How many of you know that there's no need for fluoride to be in the water? How many of you know that fluoride is outlawed in other places? How many of you know that you could brush your teeth with natural shit like some baking soda, some coconut oil, and a little bit of peroxide? Do a great job. Do a better job than your toothpaste. But you got toothpaste and they tell you if you take more than a pea size, you can die from this. You putting poison on a toothbrush and brushing your teeth with it every day. Go to another country. Their toothpaste don't have none of that in it. You're being poisoned everywhere you turn, from the water you drink, the toothpaste you put in your mouth, the deodorant that you put on every day. They got aluminum all in it. Stop playing with me. We know America don't drop bombs on us. They drop these slow release time capsules on our ass. So with that being said, what are they doing? Remember the what and the why. I always say ask what and ask why. What are they doing with these drones? What are they spraying and why are they doing it? That's what you should be asking yourself. And anybody who want to come in comment sections and say dumb stuff, oh, they're not doing that. Oh, those is planes. You ought to be the first one to go out. I wish that on all dumb people who want to argue with that. Because at the end of the day, you want to argue, but what happens when all of the stuff you call us conspiracy theories, when it really come true, like when COVID happened, all of the stuff we said, don't take that shot, don't take that shot. And then guess what? Everything we said it was doing, now they're out here admitting it. Now they're admitting it to you. The government always admit the shit they do after they did it. Y'all ain't never paid attention to that. They admit it after they do it. They always do. We have been at war for a very long time. People are talking about World War III. We have been in a silent war that you do not recognize as war. We are the victims, and our government is killing us every single day. Every day. They are using conditioning of the mind on us. But instead of throwing you in a cell with white noise where everything is white, or they're constantly playing a song, if you've never been to war, you understand dark psychology. Like you put somebody in a room and the dripping of a faucet over and over again is torture. The song playing over and over again is torture. Well, they don't do you like that, so you don't realize you're being tortured in this war. They just play the same song on the radio over and over and over and over, and they tell you this is what you should be, and then they play this shit on the commercials, and they show you visuals, and they give you images over and over and over again, and then they work you every day so you are in survival mode, so you never have the time to stop and think for yourself, and then you spit shit out, and you think it's your thought when it was planted there. You say you don't agree with something, but then you give into it because the song been playing so long. You hated that shit. It was whack when it came out. But now because you done heard it 50 times a day on the radio, you kind of like it and you bop into it. Now what happened? They changed your mind. Your mind is not your mind. Do you hear me? So you are at war. You are conditioned. They use torture tactics on you. They are slowly killing you. You are in an open air prison being surveyed at every goddamn turn. And you think you're free. That's a funny thing. If you actually understand, the last thing you are here in America is free. Y'all scared of them drones. Next, you're going to give away some of your rights so that you can feel you have some safety from this mysterious thing that's going on, because you're scared and your government can fix it. And then when you agree for them to fix it, it's going to turn in taking away some rights from you, telling you some things that you just can't do. And then they're going to say, we didn't force you. You agreed to this. They fear you. People tell me I'm fear mongering by telling you you should be prepared and ready. No, they fear you into agreeing every single time and make you think it's your idea. And they tell you this is what you wanted. You agreed to this. You agreed to go in your house, right? You did. You agreed to wear a mask in public. You agreed to get a card to go flying because you didn't resist it. So you agreed to it because you understood, oh, it keeps us safe. The kicker here is that the very thing that you're scared of, your government actually created it so that you would be scared so that they could get to the solution. And the solution was the outcome all along. That's really why they created it in the first place. So y'all should just keep your eyes open. You shouldn't be surprised by anything that happens, and you should stop being so comfortable thinking that your government is going to have your back. Stop thinking that every time you hit the light switch, your power is going to come on in your house. Or if the power goes down, then it'll only be a matter of days before it comes back up. What you gonna do if the power don't come back on for 3 months? What you gonna do if Canada actually turns off the power for the states that it provides power to? What are you gonna do if they say that these drones is doing something and it decide to drop an EMP on every damn body? You don't know what that is. You should go find out. You think you're going to wake up and you're going to go to the grocery store and you don't know how to grow food for yourself? You think you're going to go to the grocery store and there's always going to be food on the shelf for you? That's funny too. It's ignorant for you to think that. Because when you find out that you're wrong, it'll be too late to do anything about it. Why do you think that the government will sell you seeds at the store now, but they are seeds that do not produce fruit and vegetables with more seeds in them? Why did you genetically modify what God already created? Every fruit and vegetable that goes in the ground is supposed to produce a seed, so you can get seeds from them and keep reproducing those seeds. And you never have to leave from the lineage of what you started with those fruits and vegetables. You can just take from them and create more. You can't do that now. So even the seeds you go get going to yield you a crop once, and then you're going to need to go buy some more seeds. See, the government made you depend on everything. You talk about third world countries, the only people that's going to be ready for some shit like this is immigrants. You know why? Because they don't depend on electricity. They don't depend on the government. They don't depend on anything to provide shit for them like this. You have become too comfortable. You talk about people on Section 8 who get food stamps. Newsflash, all Americans have started depending on the government. You are comfortable, whether you're on Section 8 or food stamps or not, because even if you have money, you think that you can go into the store and always buy food. You think that as long as you pay your water bill and your light bill, they're going to always come on. You think that every time you pick up the phone and call 911, they coming. Okay. You keep thinking that if you want to. I'll be a conspiracy theorist and you could be smart and I'll be the dumb one. It's okay. So I want y'all to pay attention to what's happening with the drones, y'all. Now, let me see. I don't think I need to show y'all a video of it. I do have a video on my page. It will kind of be redundant. Most of y'all might have seen it. If not, go watch the video if you want to see the clips of it. It's a short video, but it's a bunch of clips that I took off of TikTok. There's way more. You can go look them up yourself, or you can go and watch the video. So we're not going to play that, okay? So let's move into this next conversation that we're going to have, right? Let's talk about the ports really quickly. And then we're going to get into the borders our time. And we're going to talk about the immigrant who set the lady on fire on the train. But I still got people arguing in my comment section. Black people talking about we shouldn't be worried about the immigrants and that's racist. Ha! Shut your dumb ass up. Because you the next fool we go highlight when we talk about that. But the ports, you guys, let me quickly say this. How many of you remember the ports were going on strike? Somebody said in my comment section, they was like Tesla ports. No, nigga. The ports where the boats come in and they bring in our supplies. What are you talking about? So the ports where supplies come into this country, right? Those are the ports I'm talking about. They went on strike. Y'all remember that, right? And the reason they went on strike was because they wanted more pay, and they agreed to that. They actually came to some agreement. But their biggest issue was that they wanted the ports to promise not to automate them with AI, because if you automate them, we don't have job security and y'all gonna get rid of us. Newsflash to all of y'all. Y'all are finna lose you about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. I like threes like Umar Johnson. I'm gonna say it again. You about to lose your job. Everybody's about to lose their job. AI coming for all your shit. You thought you was safe because you worked at McDonald's, baby dog, because they got robo cook in the kitchen and he making the fries now. We don't need you at the window because we got, automated Annie, and she's, can I take your order? Rosie the robot is bringing dishes at the restaurants right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to Brown China tomorrow. I don't know if they open. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to show y'all Rosie the robot. We're going to sit down and have her come take our order. I'm going to show you. It's here. Everybody about to lose their job. And these were the port workers concerned. They got their union. Don't nobody care about a union no more. Union ain't going to even be necessary. Because you're not going to have no job. That's where the universal income comes in. You've heard Elon Musk. You've heard a lot of people talk about it right after the pandemic. They actually did pilot programs. Pilot programs mean they're testing it and they're giving people universal incomes. And you're like, well, Mechee, how could they do that? Easy. They're about to give you digital currency too. So a cashless society is part of the new world order. If you a conspiracy theorist, brother, sister of mine, then you have heard of the new world order long before now. I've been hearing about this since I was 16 years old, okay? And part of it is a cashless society. So digital currency won't matter because it'll be digital. Yeah, they're going to give you a universal income to stay home. They tested when they gave you them COVID checks and your ass agreed. You're going to get some more. You're going to be in the house because you're not going to have no job, okay? Shout out to you, Minnesota County Unsolved Crime Channel. Oh, I'm have to go over there and subscribe to you. You be talking about crime stuff. I like crime. That's my stuff. I got 2 degrees, one in psychology, one in criminal justice. I want to thank you for that super chat. And if I wasn't Mechee X today, I'd be a forensic psychologist. I was going to go get my master's in forensic psychology so I could talk to the crazy folks that's criminals and get in their mind. So I'm going to come over there. I'm going to subscribe to your channel. But thank you for the super chat. So the port workers want guaranteed job security, okay? That they have not agreed to yet. Now, let me tell everybody, because I had some of y'all come in my comment section and y'all was like, you don't know what you talking about, girl. The strike is over, so shut up. Okay, this is what they told me. Shut up, the strike is over, okay? The strike was actually paused. There's a law that says if that happens, they can pause it for 90 days and make them go back to work. That was already said in the beginning. So that's what they did, right? They put a pause on it and they had to go back, okay? In the going back, yeah, somebody said Amazon is on strike now too. They sure is, right? Well, they're going to keep on striking because Amazon about to be automated too. And Amazon got drones. They got approval to fly drones, connect the dots, y'all. And they haven't used them yet, but they got permission to use drones because they'll be very large drones. They'll be big. They're, like the ones you see flying around now, because they'll be delivering packages. So for all of you that drive trucks for Amazon, that job's going away too. You about to lose your job. Okay. So Amazon about to be automated too. So I don't know why they striking. Somebody gonna fuck up. They gonna start striking, and the company gonna tell them, "Bitch, we don't care. Go home and don't come back at all." We don't need you no more. This is our new arsenal, and our robots gonna jump up on that ass like, what? We got your job now. What you want to do? So some of y'all gonna go strike, and they ain't gonna care. Like that's gonna happen real soon. But the port workers did not get an agreement on that, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't see any company, the ports either. I do not see any company agreeing to not automate their systems. Automation is the future. This is where all companies are going. Look, if I could buy one robot, and once I buy that, I don't got from a business owner's perspective. Let me tell you, if I can buy something and I don't have to pay it hourly after that, I may have to get it maintenance, but and it replaces 5, 6, 7 employees at one time. You know how much money that is saving companies? Automation is where they're going for everything. So the ports are not going to promise them that. They're not going to agree to that. That's a fact. I guess that they're not going to promise them that at all. So what's going to happen in those 90 days? Now, those 90 days are coming up. Don't quote me on this. January 15, 19, somewhere around there. I might be getting it messed up with the inauguration and all of that stuff. But in January, it's coming. It's coming. Thank you, Jim Brown. Thank you for that compliment. I appreciate that. That is sweet for you to say. I thank you for the super chat and that nice compliment. So I want y'all to think about this, right? This time frame is coming. So what's going to happen when the time is up? Are the ports going to go on strike again? I don't know. But you should be thinking about that, right? So we got the drones. We got folks being sick. California called a state of emergency, y'all, stating that there's some kind of bird, swine, your mama, your daddy flu, something virus is going on out there. They claim it's a state of emergency. I don't know if it's going to spread. I just pay attention, just listen over here with your left ear, what's going on, even though you living over here in the right, just throwing that in there, right? So you have that going on. We don't know what these drones are spraying. We don't know what's going on with that. We have the ports that may go back into a strike again. And that means that you're not going to get the goods in that you need. So when it first happened, they told you if they didn't go back to work, we do have like 4 months worth of supplies. They do stock up their stuff and all of that good stuff. So they made them go back to work so that they could get more supplies. Holidays have been here. So if they're going to strike in January, you might be good to the spring. But after that, you're going to find a shortage. Now, remember, this is all going to happen around the same time as all the tariffs. Tariffs are going to push up the cost of goods, right? And things are going to become even more expensive, as well as things maybe being scarce and hard to find. So if you have a shortage on supplies, that raises up the price too. People raise up the price when stuff costs too much money, right? Not when it costs too much money, when they don't have much of it. Somebody said, look at the 20 tigers in Seattle dead from the bird flu. That's what the drones are dropping. I wouldn't be surprised, but that's what I'm saying, Chris, that may be what it is, that there's some type of virus being dropped. I don't know. But what the question again is, what are they dropping? Why are they doing it? They ain't spraying for mosquitoes. Yeah, it's wintertime. Fuck out of here. So you have this culmination of all of these things that are going on, you guys. And so all I want to say to people in that is, please be ready. Be ready. And what that means to be ready is a lot of things. I want to say shout out to my audience, because if you've been watching Mechee for a while, it's so many of y'all that's like, Mechee, I'm ready because of you. I've been screaming this shit for years. I've been screaming this shit since we was in the pandemic. And y'all just need to be ready. And when I say be ready, I'm going to reiterate this for some new people. We got a lot of new subscribers the other day. So maybe y'all in here, right? So when I say that is that you need to have everything to be self-sustaining. That's it. Somebody said my personal email. Do I have some moderators in the chat? Will you give it to, it's the real Mechee X at Gmail. The real Mechee X at Gmail. Now make sure you spell Mechee right. People always spell my name wrong. Make sure you get it from the video or whatever, but it's the real Mechee X at Gmail, and you can email me there. Now, when I say be ready, y'all, you should be able to self-sustain everything you need. So one, you're going to need shelter. Okay. So make sure that you are able to. What if you have to leave your house, right? Do you know how to build a shelter? Do you know how to at least just go somewhere and pitch a tent? If all hell break loose in the city somewhere, you can go out into some woods somewhere, find you a spot and make you a little tent city for you and your family, okay? I'm throwing the most extreme things out there. Do not discount what I'm saying because they sound extreme. We're going to start with the extreme because if you prepare for whatever, then whatever happened, even if it's minor, you ready for that too, right? But if you only ready for the medium shit, if the big shit hits, you're not ready for that. So you should be ready for it all. But you need shelter for yourself and your family. You're going to need nourishment. So you need water. You need clean water, Okay, you can get life straws, y'all. You do not have to be an expert in filtering water. You can get a life straw, and if you are not drinking like water that is outside, that is well water, water that's been sitting and stuff like that, you can actually take the straw and drink the water straight through the straw, and it filters it. Okay, but they got filtering systems. These are small things you should at least have. If there is no power, do you know how to exist without any power? You should go look at Walmart. They got all kind of stuff. You go look at MX Survival. We have more survival food on there that is freeze dried. So you just add water to it. It's real food, meat and stuff like that. Lasts you 10 years. Okay. It's freeze dry food. But you should learn how to feed yourself. Do you know how to put a seed in the ground? And if you're going to buy seeds, you should buy heirloom seeds, because those are seeds that reproduce with more seeds in them. Shout out to you, Hotspot Casino. It says, who knows? Don't forget that Pfizer is currently working on RNA vaccines laced with H5N1. I didn't hear about that. Y'all know I don't watch TV, so y'all got to let me know what be happening. I don't listen to the news. The news just they be lying, right? I go look up my information and go to my sources and I research stuff, and then I come back. I gotta go look it up. I don't just watch TV every day. The TV don't be on in my brain. I did not know that Pfizer was doing that. I don't doubt any of that you said. And thank you for the super chat. So just make sure that you guys have some weapons. Have some weapons. Some weapons. Some weapons. I don't think I need to explain that. But if times get hard and you can't defend yourself, the people who don't have and wasn't prepared, they coming to take your shit. So you better be willing to defend. And don't throw away old medication from family members, grandmas, or whoever got some medicine. You better keep the medicines. Medicines don't expire. The potency may go down a little bit, but you got some pain medication. You got antibiotics. You know, we have shit and then we get rid of it and throw it away. Don't do that. Keep it. Because you take for granted to think that there's always going to be a time that you can just run your ass to the hospital and somebody going to be there to help you. There may come a time that don't happen. So the thing is, are you self-sufficient? Can you take care of your needs, your substance and things like that for you and your household and your family, right? And so let's get away from, okay, you got to go outside with a tent. Let's just be some basic. Do you have canned goods? You have dried foods, pasta, rice, things of that nature, right? So that you can have some food. Now, if you don't got no electricity, how you going to cook that pasta and rice? So you should probably look into solar powered generators, things of that nature. Solar power are the best, because if you have a generator with gas, what if there ain't no gas? Then what you gonna do? And then you need to set the generator outside. Fools be getting generators with gas in them, and they be having them in their garage in their house. That creates carbon monoxide poisoning, and you could die. And then if you have to sit your generator outside, which if it take gas, it needs to be outside. If I don't have no power and I hear in this quiet neighborhood and I hear your generator out there, I'm gonna take your generator. If I'm Debo and I don't have one, I'm gonna come take your shit. Solar panel generators, you could just take your solar panels outside. It's just some panels and unfold them and sit them shits in the sun and then bring them back in the house. The generator ain't got to never go outside, okay? Just make sure that you are not ignorant. Pay attention and stop believing that all the things you think your government will never do and the shit that might go down won't go down. You got a lot going on. Port strikes, drones. We don't know who they is. Yeah, right. Spraying all kind of shit on people. You got tariffs. And then you about to have these immigrants getting rounded up. Okay? They're about to round up these immigrants. So last thing we're going to talk about tonight, y'all do me a favor. If you in here, like this video, share this video, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. We almost there. We are almost there. We are not far at all. So y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button for your girl, you know. And get your subscription to MX Network, you guys. The description of a lot of stuff is in the links to a lot of stuff is in the description of this video. But again, if y'all don't like these commercials and you are tired of commercials over here on YouTube, you can always come over to MX Network, get your free subscription, and you can watch all of these lives. Nobody on MX Network is watching commercials. They ain't watching no commercials. They over here chillaxing in the chat with no commercials, okay? So you can go over there and get your subscription to that. But you guys, the last thing I'm going to talk about tonight before we get up out of here I want to talk to you about these immigrants, right? So you have the new border czar, okay? Tom, what is his name? Holman or something like that? Holman or Hole is with an L or it's O, like Holman, whatever. His name is Tom, okay? And Tom is not fucking playing with y'all at all. Tom said he coming for that ass, okay? So when Trump gets into play and all of this takes place, he says that he is coming to get everybody, that he's coming for these gangs, that he is locking their ass up. But one thing that I find that is very interesting, you guys, of course, aside from the stupid people in my chat, and if you Black and you saying this, what is wrong with you? If you're American and you saying this, what is wrong with you? Somebody gonna say the least of our concerns is immigrants. You obviously, if you think that, you do not know the problems that immigrants being here bring, especially to the Black community. You know, you obviously don't have a great understanding of the issues. You think, oh, these just some people, they ain't doing nothing. Don't worry about them. You better stop it, because when the shit hit the fan, you don't want to have to beef with an immigrant from a third world country. Trust me, they know how to survive harder than you do, and they know how to steal some shit from you harder than they do, okay? So we don't even have to get into the fact that all the tax dollars is being spent on them. They're doing more for them than they ever do for their own goddamn citizens, or to talk about all of the criminal element. I'm really tired of people talking about, oh, our immigrants ain't criminals. Nobody said that, but y'all gonna stop playing with me. Now, I don't know why Biden administration and cackling Kamala thought that it was a good idea to let all of these immigrants come in, to the point where they have come into the country at rates where a lot of criminals have come here on purpose. Y'all keep acting like all of these folks in here are asylum seekers. Let's be clear what an asylum seeker is: someone who is running from their country because of war, devastation, or fear for their lives. These motherfuckers is coming over here just so they can get benefits and be users. They didn't come over here with their families. You seen all them young men that was coming in this country? They was coming here to get the benefits, and half of them is sending that shit right back to their country. If you so worried about your family, why you didn't bring them with you? You just came over here to freeload. And for some reason, this administration thought it was a good idea to just give everything away. And in the midst of all of that, we have nothing but a bunch of damn criminals who are also running around too. We have new gangs. Like, we don't already got enough gangs in America. We don't need no more. And they've all come into this country because there's no check and there's no way to do it. Now, I did a video. I'm not going to play the whole thing of it. It's about 9 minutes, and you guys can watch it on my page. I posted it early before then, but it is the actual speech that Tom was giving about what he was saying. I want to play a news clip for y'all about this immigrant who set a woman on fire in New York on the train. So I want to play that, okay? We have talked plenty about children who have been murdered by these immigrants, them doing home invasions, robbing gun stores, breaking in people's houses in Chicago and shit. They're doing a lot of things out here, committing a lot of damn crimes, okay? Even in the shelters that they closing down in New York. Now, I want y'all to keep that in mind. New York is shutting down 25 shelters. Now, I think it's disrespectful, not that they shut down the shelters, that you motherfuckers put up 25 shelters to house some immigrants, when you won't put up 2 shelters for all the homeless Black people in this country, the homeless people, period. And Black people are the highest population of homeless folks, and a lot of them are veterans. I know this sounds like a broken record because I say it all the time, but I'm going to keep saying it because facts is facts. You won't build 2 motherfucking shelters for your own citizens and your vets that have fought for this goddamn country, but you got 25 shelters for immigrants? Man, fuck out of here, okay? Miss me with the bullshit. So they're closing 25 shelters. They will tell you on the news left and right. If you go over to the news, they're telling you to your face that in these shelters, there are mothers, there are all kind of people in the shelter, okay, that are in fear because their young sons are being recruited for these gangs. So you get the Venezuelans who come in, but it doesn't stay with the Venezuelans, right? They turn around and they recruit young people and gang members and things of that nature to be in the gang, okay? So the gangs are not just Venezuelans anymore. It's all types of immigrants from all different places. They was out there robbing people. They gave them bikes, and they was using the bikes to commit robberies and shit. The bikes that the government gave them. The government never gave you any transportation. You can't get them niggas to give you a bus pass. But they giving out mopeds and scooters to motherfuckers who can't even drive. Just the disrespect. The disrespect on some real shit. So for anybody to sit here, especially a Black person, and say the immigrants ain't our problem, you being racist, your ass can go with them. You could go with them. Let them deport you too. Well, I'm from America. Well, go. You always screaming, we from Africa, bitch. Go back to Africa then. How about that? Take your ass on. Find somewhere to go get the fuck out of here. Trump said that he don't care if countries ain't taking their people back. Because the Venezuela said you can't send them back here. Trump said, okay, no problem. We will send their ass to somebody else's country, but they gonna get the fuck out of here. Okay. So again, if you have a problem and you're an American, then you can go with them. Just go with them. Get the fuck on. It's enough of us in this country anyway. Just go on and go. Volunteer your citizenship and leave. Goodbye. Because y'all seem to make light of all the crime that goes on. That's the last thing Black people need to be worried about. If I'm not mistaken, the lady who got burnt alive today was a Black woman sleeping on the damn train, minding her business when an immigrant set her on fire. And check this out. An immigrant that's an illegal that came into this country and got deported because of his illegalness and his actions before in 2018. I'm about to play the news clip so you can hear it for yourself. He got deported and got the hell out of here in 2018. See, Trump locked up the border at one point. His ass had to go. And as soon as the Biden administration opened that shit right the hell back up, he brought his ass right back in here with no problem. He was able to come right back into the country, even though he was kicked out for his criminal actions. You don't believe me? Let me play this video for you, and you can see what I'm talking about.
A man suspected of setting a woman on fire on a New York City subway is facing murder and arson charges. That's as we learn new details about the suspect in custody. That's him right there, leaving court just in the last hour or so. This video just in. ICE saying in a statement the man is a Guatemalan citizen who appears to have entered the country illegally for a second time. And police say a woman sleeping on the F train, back to the crime here, was brutally murdered.
YouTube do this shit when they don't want me to play my video.
By that suspect. Graphic video capturing the moment.
I understand some shit they don't want me to say.
Happened. We're going to show it to you, but we want to warn you. It can give you a chance to turn away if you don't want to see it. We have blurred the body of the victim. Here's that video here. You can see a man that appears to be sitting on the bench watching as the victim was engulfed in flames. NBC's Julia Ainsley has more on this.
Well, we don't need to listen to Ainsley. I just wanted y'all to hear that. And YouTube be hating. This is what they do. I be trying to play videos. Last time I tried to play videos and we was talking about the immigrants and all this stuff. Same thing happened. They wanted to keep spinning. But you heard what I had, which they had to say, right? That's the part I wanted you to hear. I don't want to hear the reporter's opinion, okay? But I want y'all to see that man that was sitting on the bench, that was him. So he set her on fire. She was on the train sleeping. And he set her on fire. He's not supposed to be in this country, and he came right back into this country. Something that Tom Homan, the border czar, said in the speech that he gave at the America Fest or whatever was yesterday or the other day. Again, y'all can watch the video. I'm not going to play it. Apparently, YouTube not going to let me play it, and they're going to make all my videos spin like that right now. And so y'all can go watch it. It's on my page. It's a short clip. I've shortened it, but if you want to go watch it all while he talking a lot of junk, he said some shit. I'm like, I can relate to that. He said, I'm probably going to piss a couple people off right now, what I'm about to say. I don't care. I said, I know that's motherfucking right. Sound like some shit I would say. But he brings up the fact that These illegal immigrants, that a lot of them that are criminals have come back into this country. And if you come back in the right way, that the Biden administration was letting them in here left and right? So what they were doing was giving them free hotel rooms to stay in, giving them money, giving them food, giving them all kind of vouchers. And he made a good point by saying, you know, why, if you could get all of those things, why would you bypass all of that to come in the wrong way? Because you know you're a criminal and you here to do some dirty ass deeds. Because even though they are a criminal, remember, they're not citizens. They can come here and say they whoever the fuck they want to be. You don't know who these people are when they come in here. And so he makes a good point. They have a bunch of illegal criminals who bypass all of that stuff they were offering everybody and came here another way. Didn't take the money, didn't take any of the shit that they was offering because they wanted to come in here for other reasons to do this type of shit. Shout out to you, Ash, Gosh, and Josh. Thank you for that. Say, Mechee, I want you to remember this live because who's going to pay to transport all these black people? Embracing nationalism is very dangerous, by the way. Well, whatever. Who's going to what? Transport all these black people? I mean, these people back. That's what you said. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I was about to cuss you out. You said it's going to transport them back. I find that to be a very interesting comment. Thank you very much for the super chat. So let me address that comment because I've heard people say that before. So again, I will volunteer to pay more tax dollars. What are you implying? Who's gonna take them back? So you really finna sit here and act like because of the cost of it, this is something that shouldn't be done. What you should be paying attention to is the fact that these motherfuckers was already gone and your current administration just opened the floodgates and let them all the fuck come in. That's what you should be paying attention to. Now, this government spends billions of dollars every year on bullshit. Excuse me, y'all. Hold on, because see, look, the Lord don't want me to cuss you out because I'm about to say some shit. I'm about to clear my throat for this one because I surely got an answer. So, America spends billions of dollars on bullshit every goddamn year, every year. And you mean to tell me the people that print the money that has no real value at all, because that's what they're doing, just printing money, that they don't have money to get these motherfuckers out of here? Why did your government, your current administration, let them in here in the first place? Now, you seem to forget that they have a new program that Trump is implementing called what? Dodge or whatever it's called. And they are going to be doing away. See, everybody started crying and saying, oh, he's about to do away with all of these federal workers and people going to lose their job. You about to lose your job any motherfucking way. So I think we can find some money to save. See, I'm a mom with quite a few children. I have 5 children. They're grown now, but there came a time where we had to budget in my household. There were just some things that we did not need. And there's a whole lot of stuff in this country that we do not need to spend money on. For example, you don't spend no money. This government don't spend no money on their motherfucking inner city schools, but you will have the most rundown, raggedy schools that don't have the supplies they need for children, but yet and still paying stupid ass wages to teachers. But then you turn around and find out that the superintendent of schools is making $350,000 a year. Oh, baby, I think that we can find the money. I think that we can definitely find the money. Okay, so if that is your concern, well, who's going to take all these people back? What you mean? You going to show them motherfuckers to the border and tell them bitches to get to walking like how the fuck they got here? That's how. You know how many of them came through the border? That's how they got here. Except for the ones that Kamala and Biden decided to give them an app. Right? Just click on your motherfucking phone and just book you a flight like this, some luxury shit. And they was flying all kind of motherfuckers over here. All of them. Now, those that flew directly in and bypassed the whole entire border, I don't know. Maybe they'll get a flight out, but I doubt if Trump going to give a fuck about giving you a flight out. We're going to show their ass to the border. What do you do when you have company you don't want in your house no more? Where do you show them to? The door, and they can get the fuck home the same way they got here? If that is a deterrent, that is crazy as hell to me. That is a defeatist mindset. Well, who's going to take all these people back? How the fuck did they get here? Ask yourself that. Did they go pick them up? Shout out to you, Sugar Man. Thank you for the super chat. Did they pick them up? 90% of them motherfuckers get here. It's called pushed it back over the border. You must not understand how government works. You know where the tax dollars are going to come in is rounding these motherfuckers up and then throwing them back to the border. See, only Biden and Kamala's administration want to give niggas plane tickets and bus tickets. We don't give plane tickets and bus tickets when you deport people. If you came over the border, we're going to take your ass back to the border. You don't know that they do that? They already using buses, so what's the difference? They spending money now. Chicago trying to raise taxes on homeowners so that they can afford to pay for the shit that they don't have and to take care of immigrants because they didn't gave away all the money taking care of them. Do you know how much money has been spent on taking care of them? So we can find money and y'all okay with that. You don't have shit to motherfucking say about that. And when we spend all this money to take care of them, where do you think 25 shelters popped up in New York? You know somebody had to pay for that. Didn't you hear that they were spending millions of dollars on meals that they were giving to these immigrants? And these motherfuckers, I forgot, they had the nerve to throw the food away, talk about this is not our type of food. Nigga, I thought you was asylum seeking. But you gonna come over here and they got Meals on Wheels for you, bitch. The Meals on Wheels good enough for our elderly people in this motherfucker, but they gave them Meals on Wheels. And they told them this food not good enough. So they was throwing it away. So you know what they did? They start giving these motherfuckers $1,000 and $3,000 a month in food stamps so that they could buy their own food. Where we go? Who gonna deport them back? Where we gonna get the money from? I think if you can find money to continue to take care of them the way that we have, oh, you can find money. Just like Chicago is raising taxes on the homeowners to take care of them. Guess what, baby? Well, taxes might be raised. I don't get no damn, because you know what? You get rid of the goddamn immigrants, a motherfucking American might find a job for AI, take them out. Because we can stop watching them work under the table for illegal, I'm going to say it like Umar Johnson 3 times, illegal slave wages. I always find that interesting when they say, where are we going to find the money? You do realize if they stay in this country, you have got to still take care of them. You do realize they'll still be getting benefits. You do realize that there are home. Okay, I know y'all wanted Kamala to implement a home. She wanted to implement $25,000 first-time home buyer program, which was going to include immigrants. But I've done a show before. The video's not here. I've taken all my videos down there on MX Network. Y'all can watch them in the vote. There's hundreds of videos, y'all. But I want y'all to know that if you go look up home loans, regardless of what Kamala was trying to do you know that there are home loan programs and always have been for immigrants? There are home loan programs for asylum seekers, meaning that they're here with no social security card. They usually don't have a green card yet. These niggas is just here, and they're going to help them get into a home, but they ain't going to help you. And you an American. So for somebody to say that, I don't think that you really understand how much money is already being spent on immigrants and how much money will continue to be spent on immigrants if they stay in this country. Somebody said all immigrants not bad, Mechee. When did I say that all immigrants were bad? And I can't see your profile picture because it's small, but you look like a black person. This is what I'm talking about. What the fuck is your black ass crying for these motherfuckers for? These niggas come through shitholes, sleep in the ground, or throw themselves in a fucking belly of a whale to get in this bitch. They come from third world countries and come over here, and you know who they think they better than? You know who they still have the nerve to look down on? You, nigga! And you just sympathetic ass. When did I ever say that all immigrants were bad? I don't know what they is, and I don't give a fuck what they is. If they a good person, a bad person, if they worship Buddha or Jesus the motherfucking Christ. What I know is they are bad for this country. And if you don't know that, then you need to ponder a little bit. They say I cuss, I'm not educated, so I'm gonna give you an educated word. I need you to ponder on what the fuck you just said. It doesn't matter if they're all bad or not. I didn't say that. What I said is that most of them are in here using for the benefits and sending them back home. They didn't really come here because they're seeking asylum. Because if you're scared of the country you running from, nigga, you wouldn't have left your family back there. You would have brought their ass with you. But instead, you're getting our benefits and you're sending them back to your family. You know who ain't all bad either? Let me flip the script on y'all. You know who ain't all bad people? Black folks in America. We're not all bad people, but you let the media tell it. You let everybody else tell it. The same news that the immigrants and everybody else watch this one, and they come here, they think there's something wrong with us, and they look down on us and they think we niggas too. You know, we're not all bad people either. We're not all thugs. We're not all pookies and ray-rays, sister. But I'll tell you one thing that all Black people are: shitted on, oppressed, and looked over. When we built this motherfucker on our back with our blood, sweat, and tears, literally. Do you know that gynecology, the reason you can even go to the doctor, open your legs, and have them give you a pap smear to see if they can find cancerous cells, is because slave owners, the father of gynecology, would buy slaves and he would torture them and do hysterectomies and do all kind of shit. He created the pap smear so he could look inside the woman. The Black woman paid the price in this country for your ass to be able to go to the motherfucking doctor and still can't go in 2024 and get treated right without dying because doctors don't pay attention to you. White women contract cancer at a higher rate than Black women, but Black women die from it at a higher rate because motherfuckers don't care when a Black woman is hurting, or Black men don't even go to the doctor. Because when my grandfather was alive, guess what? You go in for a footache and you will leave and your kidney be missing. You know who ain't all bad people? Black folks. When the fuck y'all gonna learn to worry about your own and yourself? We always got so much goddamn sympathy for everybody else. Stop that shit. For real, for real. These immigrants don't give a fuck about you. And they'll set your ass on fire, apparently, while you just trying to nap because you're a hardworking Negro on your way home after a long day of work. Mix me with that bullshit. I wasn't even trying to cuss nobody out like this tonight. But that's some real shit. I'm so tired of Black people coming in with these excuses. You are the most affected by immigrants in this country. And I'm not going to go over how. I say it all the time, so we're not going to even do that right now. As Black people, we are the most affected in a negative way by them being in this country. And it ain't even got nothing to do with them committing crimes. How about that? They're simply having a presence here. You Black, you must not be ADOS Black, meaning American Black. Your ancestors weren't slaves in this land, were they? For you to say some shit like that, because I'm going to tell you something else. If this country got all this money to give away to motherfuckers who don't even belong here, ain't put in 1 ounce of blood, sweat, or tears to get here, and they're giving it all away, that means they have money to pay us our motherfucking reparations, because we still ain't got our 40 acres and a mule. So stop talking to me about an immigrant and what the fuck we should give a fuck about what they need in their life so they can be okay. They need to go to fuck home. I've been living in this country all my life, and I always get told, I ain't heard it in a long time, go back to Africa. I've never been to Africa. I'm from America. They need to take their ass back to wherever they came from. Guatemala, Venezuela, Mexico, China, Haiti. Go the fuck back. How about that? I have sympathy for everybody else. See, I've been trying to be nice and teach these goddamn videos and give people some knowledge. But let me give you some real shit where my day ones is in here. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. I really don't. If you're not Black, I don't care. I don't. Everybody got their own plight. Brown people don't give a fuck about you. I've been in activism too much. And every time we do some shit, we want to add Black and brown to the goddamn flyer. Then brown folks don't never add Black to their flyer. They don't give a fuck about you. Nobody in this country gives a fuck about Black people's plight. But we're always crying for everybody else. Let me tell you something. I don't have no tears. I don't have no empathy. I don't have no fights. I ain't got no fucking taxes. I ain't got no dollar. I ain't got no care for a motherfucker that ain't black. And this is why. Because motherfuckers gonna say, Mechee, you racist, whatever. You know, they told Tom that Tom said that in his speech, he said, y'all gonna call me racist, whatever. I'm gonna say what the white man said, you gonna call me racist. I don't give a fuck. I care about my people. And why is it that we always seem to care about everybody else? They don't fucking care about you. It is not hate for you to care about yourself and put your people first. We have our own unique set of problems. I don't have time to cry for anybody else, not even a child. I don't. Children are innocent. And I don't have a problem with a white kid or a Mexican kid or any race of a kid. You're a kid. You're innocent. That's precious. But you know what? There's all kind of black babies missing. There's all kind of black kids. One of these fucking immigrants came in here, was drunk driving and killed a 7-year-old black girl. See, I can only cry so much. I can only be angry so much. And when I say anger, I mean a righteous anger, indignation, okay? Not just angry to be angry, indignation. I only have so much of it I can give out. I only have so much money and knowledge to pour into anybody. And there's too much bullshit in this world that I have to reserve that for me and mine. And some of y'all should learn to do the motherfucking same. Okay? So with that said, when I start hiring, I might go get a job. Now, I ain't worked for nobody in like 15 years, but I might go get a part-time job when I start rounding these motherfuckers up, okay? And when they do, I will put the application up for the rest of y'all that would like to. And if they have a 1-800 number, report a nigga. I'll be laughing when I say this, but I'm so serious. I'm going to promote the fuck out of that number and give you in my email list. I'm going to send it to you. And if I see an immigrant on the corner, even if it is one with some kids, I'm calling on all their ass. Come get their ass. See, I remember a country where they called our kids baby kids. I live in a country right now where they take black kids and they 8 and 9 years old and they put them in handcuffs in the school because the school to prison pipeline is shuffling all our babies to prison. Everybody look at our children like they not children. They don't let black kids be kids. You know what I'm saying? If I see your immigrant ass on the corner with your kids and ICE got a number to report your ass, I'm calling on you and them kids. Adios, amigos. With that said, y'all, I'm going to go. Look, I did a good job. It's only an hour and a half. I usually be here running my mouth for about 2 hours. But I just said what I got to say. And when you done, that means it's time to shut the fuck up, you know. I do a lot of talking and then I like to shut the fuck up. So I'm going to shut up because I done said all I got to say about this conversation, y'all. So y'all like this video, share this video, subscribe if you have not. Hit that notification bell and subscribe. Let's get to 100,000 subscribers over here, y'all, so I can get that customer service number. So when they be playing with my page, I can call them like, why you playing, Teresa, whatever the lady name gonna be, I want to be able to call her, okay? And get your subscription over the MX Network. I did put the commercials on the lowest setting because I don't want y'all to be bombarded with so many commercials you can't enjoy the lives when I have the shows, right? But if you don't want to watch no commercials at all, bring your ass over to MX Network, you guys. We have our chat over there. You can conversate with us over there just the same like you can over here, okay? And if you're looking for some survival supplies, in the description of this video is links for everything, all right? With that said, y'all, I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I might be back tomorrow. I might not. I'm gonna see y'all on Wednesday, though. I'm going live on Christmas. And don't watch if you don't want me to ruin your holiday, okay? So like if you got on matching pajamas and you got the hot cocoa and you're playing all the Christmas songs and you done spent all your money and this economy fucked up so you can buy these presents and lie and tell your kids some white man came down the chimney, at least you be their hero since you bought the shit. Stop telling them a white man about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's what you're doing, you might not want to watch my video because ignorance is bliss. I'm not going to cuss you out. I'm just going to give you some realizations of holidays, where they come from and why the reason is there. And then I'm going to tell you how much y'all niggas spent on just turkeys alone for Christmas. And you're going to realize this is some dumbass shit. And then you won't be able to enjoy the holidays anymore. So if you want to stay in your ignorance, because ignorance is bliss, then don't watch the show. on Wednesday, okay? Because once I tell you, you ain't gonna be able to unhear what I'm gonna say. Once we go down this rabbit hole of holidays, I don't know if you'll be able to come back out of the and go live back in the matrix again. So if you want to stay in that ignorance, do not tune in on Wednesday. Everybody else, I see y'all on Wednesday. I'll take tomorrow off. All right, y'all. So y'all have a good night. Shout out to everybody on MX Network. You guys, thank y'all for showing y'all love and coming over to a sister's platform that I have put my money and my time and my effort into so that my voice is not silenced. If you've been with me for a while, you know that they have done that to me for a very long time. And this is exactly why I went and got MX Network, right? It's our network where we can have our conversations. We do not have to be censored on other people's platforms. We always talk about Black folks need to build something, and then we build all of these things. And guess what happens? We don't support the things that people build. It don't even cost you nothing to support MX Network, but you know, some of y'all still choose not to, and that's fine. But I will never understand that concept, right? I never will, because y'all tell us we should build our own things, and then we do, and we can say this is Black owned because MX Network, baby, is Black owned, okay? And you'll sign up for a YouTube account, but it's too much to ask somebody at MX Network. So I want to thank everybody. We have a lot of people that have signed up. So aside from the people who haven't, I want to remember the people that have, that support me. Shout out to all of those folks at MX Network. And I want to say shout out. I usually be forgetting, but I did not forget. I'm in my Cash App now. Shout out to Ramel for donation. He always send a donation. Shout out to you. And shout out to Tyra. Thank you for that. She says you are so awesome. Thank you. And you awesome too. I appreciate all y'all support and y'all love. I was born the woman that I am, and all the bullshit I done been through in life that made me prevail and be the lady I am today. But I will tell you this, that if it wasn't for all the love and the support that you guys give me, then Mechee X would just be somebody named Mechee that most people don't know. And because y'all support me and y'all have helped to grow my platforms and y'all amplify my voice by sharing my things and stuff like that, part of why I am who I am is because of y'all. So I want to thank you because y'all awesome for that too. So shout out to, you know, all of my supporters. And if you felt cussed out tonight, I don't apologize for that. Okay. But for the rest of y'all, I love y'all, and I love the people I cussed out too. You know, you might not think I do, but I do. All right. So y'all have a good night. And if this is where we part ways and you don't come back on Wednesday, enjoy your little funky Christmas. Enjoy your Christmas, y'all. I'm just playing. It ain't funky. Enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy your time with your family, okay? Because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. And you never know where this country will be or where the people in your life will be. So enjoy your time with your family. And y'all have a good night. I will see y'all later, all right?